Hi, my name is Reverend Jim King. I'm an American Baptist clergyman and I live in Toms River, and I welcome you to this Lenten series. I'm what I'm calling the Baptist Bugle. God bless you. I saw in the newspaper this morning, the New York Times, a story about the Gates Foundation in Seattle. The Gates Foundation that has already given billions of dollars in medical supplies to people that are throughout the world who are in great need and sick. Now they're taking a different tack. They're not only buying specific medicines and vaccinations and all of that, but they're investing in equity. They're investing in new corporations or pharmaceutical corporations, scientific corporations, to develop still new medicines and therapies for people that are sick. They're trying to get ahead of the curve. They're investing in the future. And when we think of our spiritual lives in Lent, what about our future? Let me share with you three stories about investing in whom or in what. In the second chapter of Luke's Gospel, Jesus came with his family to the Passover celebration in Jerusalem, and when the family left, he stayed back. They didn't know he wasn't with them, but they came back and collected him later. But he said to them, "Did you not know I must be about my Father's business?" He stayed in the temple to discuss with the rabbis, with the priests. He wanted to find out more and more and more about his religion so that he would be ready for his ministry when that time comes. That's talking about the future. The second illustration is in regard to myself. I say this humbly. My professor of philosophy at Earlham College, Professor Elton Trueblood, he said to me one day, "Jim, would you like to be the pastor of a small rural Quaker church in Carthage, Indiana? It's a farm community." Well, I said yes, and about a year later, he wrote me a note saying, "Jim, I took a chance on you, and you didn't let me down." He invested in my future, in my ministry, in my life. I am so grateful. The third illustration is in regard to Paul and Barnabas. Paul and Barnabas were travelers together in mission, and they took the first trip, they took John Mark with him, but he deserted. And when they were decided to go back into a second mission trip, Barnabas was convinced that they need to take John Mark. But Paul didn't want to take him because he had deserted in the first trip. Well, it turns out that Barnabas was smarter in this specific situation than the Apostle Paul, because he did take John Mark, and at the end of Paul's ministry, when he was in jail, he even asked Timothy, "Bring Mark with you. He is of help to me." Barnabas invested in John Mark. What a great blessing that is. Now, one last illustration, and that is from the book of Psalms, the first Psalm, Psalm 1. "Blessed is the man who walks not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor stands in the path of sinners, nor sits in the seat of the scornful." That would not be a good investment. But the psalmist says, but his delight, his investment is in the law of the Lord, and in this law he meditates day and night. Therefore he shall be like a tree, planted like the rivers of water, that bring forth its fruit in its season, whose leaf of the tree does not wither, and whatever he does shall prosper. Well, the psalmist is saying, if you invest in the delight of the Lord, the delight of the law, you will be well served. So I commend that to you in Lent. I hope that God is blessing you this day. I know that he is, and that you are thanking him now for all that he's done for you. I look forward to sharing with you again tomorrow in another video, the Baptist Bugle. In the name of Jesus, I offer this video and pray God's blessing on you. Shalom and shalom. Goodbye until next time.